Hey YouTube, here's my Polaris Ranger 2015 Mid Size. Today I'm going to be showing my process of putting a larger battery and moving it from the standard place, which is right under here. And you can see this is a really small battery, and I think it's about 16 amp hours. I'm putting in a 50 amp hour battery, and I want it in the front. There's obviously not a standard mounting place. I believe on the full-size Rangers there are, but on the mid-size, that's where it is. So I want to be able to easily run my winch and my LEDs and all that type of stuff. I'll show you the battery right now. So here's the larger battery I got off of eBay. It's a 50 amp hour, so it's about 3 times the size, roughly, of the 16 amp hour, I believe, that comes stock with the Polaris Ranger Mid Size. I got it off of this guy, this company in eBay. I think they're out of Maryland, but it was great. It was free shipping. I paid about $90, and it was here within like 3 or 4 days. It was crazy. And here's Nora. So here's the battery mount I got off of Amazon. It just comes as raw steel, so right now it's just drying from spray painting. I had to make a few just adjustments. I drilled a hole here, which is the bottom. This is the bottom of it. You can see the little lip right here. And then I drilled 3 holes along the back up here. And I'll show you in a second why I did that on the so I could mount it to the UTV. So I was trying to find the best spot to mount this battery. My first thoughts was this 2-inch square tubing right here. Unfortunately, it angles up right here and here, and my battery mount was too wide, so I couldn't do that. Also, it would only be mounting right on this one tube. So then I found this spot right here. I just moved this cord over a little bit, and it might be clearer in a bit once I have the mount in there. But I drilled holes here, here, and here, and then I drilled a hole there, and those went all the way through. This is just it's like U-shaped, so it's open right on the bottom. So the back of the battery will screw right here, and then the bottom of the battery will just screw right here and here. So I'll have 5 points holding this in, and it actually just rests right on there. And this is actually, it's hard to see, but this is actually offset, so it's actually worked out pretty well. So you can see there's this large snake going from, so the positive goes here, and all the accessories and everything is powered through this long snake that actually goes through the floor. I took off this center plate here, and it's in there, and then it goes through right up to the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snake some 4-gauge positive, negative from my battery going all the way through, so that I don't have to move any of this fuse box. So the fuse box right here, so I don't have to move any of that stuff. And I'll just see right there, yep, so right there, that's where this cord comes up and meets under there. It's sort of tight, and then the negative meets on another terminal block right there. So basically, I'm going to get rid of these 2 short 1-foot cables and just run 4-gauge all the way to the front through the floor. Also, I just wanted to share I got this off Amazon. I'll put a link on below, and it wasn't that expensive, and it goes right into a 2-inch receiver, and it's really nice because it has the 2-inch ball. I think you can get in another size if you don't want 2-inch, but 2-inch is pretty standard. Then it has this nice bar right there that I can just hook a chain up to. And then right there you can see there's a little hole, and that's good for like a standard little trailer. I never really use that. I mostly just use that vertical bar and the 2-inch ball. I just wanted to share that because it's been really useful, and it was really a good price. Alright, so here's the battery tray installed. As you can see, here's the bolts. They're going to this, I guess it's like C channel, whatever you want to call it. But there's a bolt here and here and here. You can see right here, there's some rubber I put in between. Probably not necessary, but figured just, why not? Cheap. And then you can see down here, so there's the 3 up there, and then there's 2 right here. And let's see that right there, there's a coupling like a pipe coupling I used as a spacer, and because this is the 2-inch support right here, and I drilled all the way through that. So there's a 6-inch bolt going from here all the way through out the bottom of this. Can't really see it. And that's 2 inches, just so if someone needs to, trying to duplicate this. Then I put some rubber underneath. Again, probably not necessary. And then you can see right here, there's already a little hole. There's like this sort of support going up. There was luckily a hole right there, so I just put drilled a hole right into the same 2-inch tubing that's under this right here. Went through, and I mean, look, this thing is a rock. I mean, it's shaking the whole vehicle. It's not moving at all. So it looks pretty clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put the battery in just so you guys can see what it looks like with that in. So here's the battery inside the battery mount. I just wanted to show you this. I knew I was gonna have this issue, but I just wanted to show why I'm gonna do the next step. Remember the bolts going underneath? This one's not gonna be a problem, but there's one under there, so that's gonna be a problem, because look what happens. It just wobbles, and it's not gonna be good. It'll crack the battery probably, or I don't know, maybe. The battery weight, this weighs 30 pounds. And then there's some bolts back here, and I don't want it resting against that, so I have more of this rubber stuff that I'm gonna put a base on the bottom and on the back, so that it mounts nice and off of the metal screws. So I'll show you that in a second. All right, so here's my battery fully installed. I've been driving around for about a week now. It's been awesome. After I did that, I installed my Terra 45 winch with synthetic rope. As you can see, there's the solenoid, which is great because now the battery is just right here, so it's really easy wiring everything. And then what I did was I just put the in-out switch there, and the plug for the remote is right there. And I mean, I feel pretty happy with the install. You can't see any wires because I drilled holes. So for the next project for my Ranger Mid Size, I need to put a light bar in this thing. And I'm thinking to try to get around a 20-inch-ish and put it right between where that is a low spot right there. Ideally, I want to try to find some way of mounting it underneath, but I can't really find any mounts. And the reason for that would just be nice because going through trees and branches, everything always scrapes against the roof. So I'm just sort of worried about the light bar, but we'll see.